Alright guys, this is another day of me making my own meals. Again, I am not trying to teach you guys how to cook. Also showing you guys how I prepare my meals. So right in front of you guys, you have the brown and serve. It's the Vermont maple apple sausage patties. So if you turn the box over, it'll show you if you cook it on a skillet, how long you're supposed to cook it for. And then if you put it in the microwave, how long you're supposed to cook it for. And also if you're cooking it in the oven, and which we're going to cook it in the oven because it's faster than the microwave. So automatically we got the aluminum foil. I'm just going to pour the sausages on there for a couple. One just tried to get away. So we're going to just do that like that. We put like 5 on here. So it's only 8 sausage patties up in the box. So we're gonna cook all 8. So guys, I put the sausage patties on the pan. It's only 8 sausages, sausage patties, as you can tell. All we have to do is just heat them up, probably 10 to 15 minutes, and then they're good to go. So yeah, we're gonna actually put this in the oven. We're gonna bring down the dial a little bit to 350. So this is how I prepare my food. They changed the name from Auntie Mama to Pearl Milling Company. But yeah, still pancakes are still good. So I'm gonna pour some pancake mix into the pan that's actually in the sink. We're gonna actually do this. Okay, we're gonna pour a little bit. Also, don't make that mistake that some of us do. If you want the water base, just add water. Get the complete one, because sometimes we make a mistake and get the other one where we gotta do a little bit extra. All right, so next we want to add the water. Add a little bit of water. Start stirring. Don't let it get too watery, because then it gets too runny where we're gonna have to add more of the pancake batter. So we don't want to add that much, because the more of the pancake batter that we add, the more pancakes we're gonna have to make. So we're gonna just turn the water off, and then our pancake mix is already made. All right, so we're gonna actually heat up this pan. We're gonna use one of my favorite ingredients. It's butter. It says, I can't believe it's not butter. It's not margarine, it's butter. I stick butter on a non-stick pan. You know why? It's because it spices up my food, like my pancakes, my eggs. It just tastes better. You want some a little bit of butter on your pancakes that's mixed inside instead of on top. I am not, again, teaching you guys how to cook, but I am teaching you how I prepare my meals. So we're gonna actually pour the pancake mix up in the pan. Let that sizzle. All right, we got our spatula right here. We got our knife for our butter. So once it starts bubbling at the top, we're gonna actually flip it. Okay, so it's looking ready, like it's ready to be flipped. So we're gonna actually go under the pancake, and then we're gonna flip it. Okay, so let's not let it burn. Now it's time to take out the pancake and put it on the plate. Nice, nicely cooked. And then we're gonna stick some more butter on a non-stick pan. And then basically we're gonna pour a little bit more up in there. But put that on the plate. Alright guys, let's just check on the sausages to see how they doing. And they're looking like they are browning up. Alright guys, we're gonna actually take out the sausages the oven. I gotta be careful when I take the sausages out the oven because of the fact the pan is hot. So these are our sausages out the oven. And we're gonna just place that right there. Alright, I got my eggs. I got only 3 eggs left. So we're gonna actually make them, crack them. I'm not too much of a professional cracking eggs, but we're gonna just do it like that. And then we're gonna crack the rest of them. I didn't master cracking the egg with one hand yet. But we got some shells up in there. We don't want that. Okay, so now that we got the shells out of the eggs, our own ingredients, which is one is black pepper. We're gonna open that, spread some in there, spread some love up in there. Then we're gonna use some salt. So we're gonna sprinkle a little bit up in the eggs. We don't want to make it too salty. So now we're gonna actually mix it. So next we're gonna use the butter. We're gonna put it in the pan, of course. Like I said, this is how I cook. I cook with butter because it makes the food taste better. And then we're gonna actually pour the eggs. Yeah. Keep on stirring that. We're gonna keep on stirring that and stuff like that. Now, what we're gonna do, what we're gonna do, we have the cheese. We can't go nowhere without the cheese. So we're gonna put that right on top, right? Put the eggs on the plate and put it right about there. So again, once again, we're gonna use some butter for this one. And we're gonna actually go around the pan with it. So we're gonna be cooking some corned beef hash. So now we wanna take our spoon and just scoop out a little bit. Take a little bit more butter, just sprinkle it on top so that it can cook a little bit faster. I'm going to use some pepper, a little bit of pepper. I'm going to use some salt. Just a little bit of salt. And then we're going to actually stir it in. Alright, so we're going to actually put this on the plate. Okay, so then, now we're going to actually plate the sausages. Put them right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. We're going to put one right there, right? And then right there.